Yeah, so today we are going to see some important clouds in Salesforce, Sales Cloud and Marketing Cloud. So as I always say, like technical people or developers, we should not look at the things only in technical aspect. We should able to uh, understand the business purpose of some purpose of the development we are doing. Otherwise we can develop the high quality system which is not useful for the business or our client, right? So in terms of clouds, Sales Cloud and Marketing Clouds, you all heard about it. So those are the type of clouds. So we even had a look at in our introduction sessions, right? So Sales Cloud, whenever a client or the company doing business related to sales, so when they wanted to have a system in Salesforce, they can purchase the Sales Cloud and they can do the minimal customization. Whatever their requirement, we can build on top of this and deliver. And if they are focusing on Marketing Cloud, then we can purchase on the Marketing Cloud from the Salesforce. Then we can do the modification on top of it. Same thing will go for the Sales Cloud and other clouds also. So as a company, like when we have like medium or high scale company, normally they expect to have the hybrid clouds, so the combination of multiple clouds. So Sales Cloud and Marketing Clouds, one of the combined cloud which go in highest rate, because Marketing Cloud is dealing with marketing and getting the leads in, and the Sales Cloud will perform the operations after the lead generation. So this is not only for the admin certification, this knowledge is required for any Salesforce developers who are in the industry or who are going to be in industry as a developers. And apart from that, in order to understand the business perspective, we need to look into these clouds functionality in the business point of view also, right? And you might heard about it like Sales Cloud, Marketing Clouds. We have the separate certifications in those area. Sales Cloud, we have the Sales Cloud Consultancy certification. Marketing Cloud, we have Marketing Cloud Admin, Marketing Cloud Email Specialist, Marketing Cloud Developer, Marketing Cloud Consultant. Likewise, there are lots of certifications there. So in this session, we are going to have the basics of these two, which is required for your beginner levels or those who are targeting for the admin exam, or those who are they started their Salesforce journey as in the beginner stage, or they are about to start. And in order to do the consultancy exams, you have to do a bit more study than this session. So let's start with the session. Yeah, so no need to introduction about me, you all know me before. So marketing and Sales Cloud. So as I explained, you have the Marketing Cloud. So normally marketing. So in any business firm, marketing is marketing is getting or spreading the news about the business and getting the customers in, right? There are multiple sources to do the marketing: mobile, social media, uh, messages, emails. Likewise, there are lots of platforms to do the marketing. Salesforce has Marketing Cloud, which facilitating all those marketing engagements within a one cloud, within few clicks. And we do have the Marketing Cloud Connect, which is connecting the Sales Cloud and the Marketing Cloud. So since everything on cloud, we don't need to worry about that data transfer and all. But marketing and Sales Cloud, we have something called Marketing Cloud Connect. When that is enable, our Sales Cloud environment and Marketing Cloud environment connected together, and we can perform the operations in a hybrid cloud. So whatever the campaigns and whatever the customer generation we are doing in Marketing Cloud, that will sync with the Sales Cloud. So when we are doing the other process of the Sales Cloud, we can able to continue the process. Throughout the presentation, I'm going to take you to each and every steps in the sales process as well as the marketing features, so you will get a clear understanding of that. So this session more into understanding the business perspective of the Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, as well as how the Salesforce is handling that. And that is more than enough for the admin exam, as well as to have the full understanding of the both clouds, right? So before going to the Sales Cloud, can start with Marketing Clouds, because marketing is a first step for any of the sales process, right? So marketing is reaching the customer. So the marketing focusing on reaching the customers via multiple platforms wherever possible. Whatever the way we can reach the customers or spread the news, the marketers will do. So as a person or as a user, you might have got certain mails, SMS, Facebook, so lots of other medias. You will get the messages, mails, and all for about the promotions and about the new products introductions also. So whatever you are searching in Google, you see it's like it's appearing in all the places. So likewise, marketing is everywhere now. So marketing cloud also facilitating that via the marketing studio. We have email studio, we have social studio, web studio. So you don't need to worry about that much detail. You can't know everything. As I mentioned before, we have a special exams for marketing cloud admin, marketing cloud developers, marketing cloud email administrator, marketing cloud consultant. So those exams only you need to dive into this marketing cloud in very deep. For this exam or this stage, you don't need to know that much deep, but it's better to have understanding about that. So marketing cloud organization, its marketing cloud environment, it's quite different than the other normal Salesforce environment. So we will have the email studio to send the emails, capture the new customers, and store the customer responses, and the email open percentage. Out of the emails you send, you can send 100 emails for within an hour, and you can also get the stats how many emails the customer opened. Out of that, how many emails they blocked or they make it spam. So out of that, how many emails they read it, and how many customers reach you back about the product. So those kind of reporting and the stats, we can get it. It will be automatically generated in Email Studio. So only thing you have to add your contacts emails, and you have to send the emails. So the social studio also, you can connect the Salesforce contacts with their social profiles, and where you can do the marketing with a profile, social profiles. So likewise, you have multiple ways to reach the customers, and you can do the content delivery, and you can make the target specific audience. We can segment your target customers. So your customers, at the end, all are customers, right? So but when you are doing marketing, you have to have the specific target group. So you can have it gender wise, or age group wise, or position wise, lifestyle wise. Likewise, you have to have the specific target audience. So when you are promoting one product, you can find which customers, which target audiences will be fit for your product. Then only your marketing will be more efficient. Otherwise, if you are making something, let's say you are selling a cloth for women, and if your target customers, if you don't have the segmented customers, and if the customers is a mix of men's and women's, so you will not get 100% success rate, right? So even though there are some men, they will be buying the women's clothes, so your target will not be 100% efficient. So the percentage wise, so when you send an email, how much percentage the email reach to the target customer group, right? If it is like, if it is variant, then you are spending for the emails, you are spending for the SMS, you are spending for the marketing, and out of that, how many percentage you are getting back. And if you are if you are contacting 100 customers, if you are not getting 20 customers at least back, so at least 20 percentage, even if you are not getting, you have to think about your strategy in marketing terms. right? So what Salesforce does, as usual, they are doing all the analysis and they are doing all the things, and they are just giving us the opportunity to do our segmentation, reach customers, settings, email settings, scheduling emails, all the things in few clicks. You don't need to develop anything. You can do just few clicks to configure whatever the customer requirement. So as we said before, also we mentioned in multiple meetups, so marketing clouds is one area which is growing. So we need more developers focusing in that area. Even in Sri Lanka, very less people are working on it. So if you have a passion towards marketing in IT, so you can start your career with, after your admin certification, you can focus on marketing cloud certifications, right? So that is marketing cloud, right? So what marketing cloud? In this session, what we are going to do is we are kind of going as a story, right? Where marketing cloud and sales cloud involving, I will highlight. So it will be like a flow, right? So before getting to the marketing cloud, sales cloud flow, we have to have the basic understanding of accounts and context, because accounts and contexts are the basic object required for both the cloud marketing as well as sales cloud. Because for marketing, you are going to do marketing for the context will be your possible customers. Even in the sales cloud, contexts are the possible customers. So that concept is same for both the cloud. So you need to have the clear understanding how the account and context related to each other, right? So context normally used to store the individual record of an individual. Account normally used to store for the business. There are something called person account, where the company itself a contact. Individual itself is a company, so we don't have multiple contact working for a company, so that's a single company. So we will have the person account, right? So the account can have two type of accounts, person account and business account. I just put one here because of the diagram. I'm having business account 2 and business account 3. So those are the different type of business account. So the accounts can be categorized into person account, where there won't be any multiple contexts working for an account kind of relationship. So the person is the company itself. And we can have the business account. So business account is an organization where multiple contexts can work for. So if you look at business account 1, the contact 1, contact 2, contact 3 is working for business account 1, right? So where we are having the one-to-many relationship between business account and contact, right? The business account 1 has more contexts working for it. And again, we have a special concept in Salesforce, multiple accounts per contact. So now that is also possible, but you need to enable the multiple account for contact. When you are enabling, you can have one primary account and we can have a contact work for multiple businesses, right? So if you look at the diagram, the contact tree is working for business account 1, business account 2, business account 3. So the contact is working for three businesses, where with the contact 1, contact 2, contact 3 is working for business account 1, right? So it's a kind of many-to-many relationship based on your object model, your client relationship object model requirement. You can make the relationship. Either you can use multiple accounts per contact model, or you can use multiple contacts per account model. So likewise, you can make your object model based on your customer's requirement, right? So no matter how you are using the account and context, so the account and context will be your target customers, mostly the contacts, because the contact point will be one contact, right? Let's start with campaign. So campaign, in one term, campaign is associated with marketing cloud and campaign is associated with sales cloud. So marketing cloud, in terms of marketing cloud, campaigns are the events where we need to send some emails, or we need to do some message content sharing, or we need to capture the response of the customers or the response of the message we send out from the system, right? Campaign in Salesforce Sales Cloud, we are going to store the campaign as campaigns are actually the events, right? You might heard the campaign term. It can be a conference, it can be a workshop, it can be a advertising, it can be a show. So whatever the way we are attracting the customers, we can say is a campaign, right? So when there's a campaign stored in Marketing Cloud, we use campaign to capture the participants to send emails or reach them to see whether they are interested in your product or not. When the campaign is coming to the Sales Cloud, we can store that as a campaign record, and we can add some members. Again, we can start with our Sales Cloud process starting from leads, right? So the campaign are the touch point between the Marketing Cloud and the Sales Cloud, right? So you can have the email campaign, we can have the web campaign, or we can have the live show, or lots of things you can have. And at the end of the campaign, you can capture the members participated. So each and every people participated in the campaign, you will be creating the contact and store their information, right? And if you look at the screenshot, you can have the status. So when the mail you send, where you have they have responded or they have received, so it's just sent, they are open. So these kind of status, actually you can directly map it from the Marketing Cloud. So if you are using Marketing Cloud Email Studio and you are sending email to the all the members participated in the campaign, and based on their analytics, you can if there's both the environment connected, you can get the status updated here directly. So with the Marketing Cloud marketing findings, updates, and reports, you can start with your Sales Cloud, right? So if your client, let's say if your client is not that much having complex requirement, or if your client is not a multinational company or a small scale company, they don't want you to pay for the Marketing Cloud, you can do the campaign manually in the Sales Cloud, and you can send the email using the normal Salesforce email process also. That's also fine, right? So if your client is willing to have both the clouds, then you can purchase both the cloud and you can merge, and you can automate certain functionality when you have both the clouds, right? So this is how the Marketing Clouds ends and Sales Cloud starts. So if you look at the campaign data structure, you have the campaign record, and you can connect with the campaign member, and the campaign member will be the contact. Contact will be associated with the account. So we have something special called member referral. If anyone referring anyone, or if anyone referring the campaign, so we can create a special relationship between that object and do it. So if those who are going to dive more into the Marketing Cloud, you can touch up to that point. Otherwise, just knowing the campaign member, contact, account, that level is enough for you all to at this level, right? So the campaigns are done. We have done workshop, we have done some email sending, so we have done some marketing. So campaigns are done, and we have collected those who participated in that campaign, and now it's time for the lead. So as I mentioned before, you can start your sales process with the campaign with the Marketing Cloud, or else you can directly start the Sales Cloud process from campaign in the Salesforce itself, or you can directly start from the your sales process from the leads. That's also possible, right? So when you are directly starting from leads, you have to capture the leads. So the ways you can capture the lead, you can capture the leads from the email as email to lead. You can capture from web to lead. So likewise, you have multiple ways to create the leads. Otherwise, you can get the leads from the Marketing Cloud findings, right? So when you have the leads are the possible customers, right? So if you look at the leads records, that will be also similar to the contact record. You will have the contact information and their interest and all. You are allowed to create custom fields also in the lead object, right? So leads are the possible customers, right? So let's say you done the campaign, email, social media, webinars, lots of campaign, and you generated some leads, right? So once the lead is generated, now you are working with the lead and trying to convert them as the customers. And if the deal is done, you are generating revenue and you are investing the revenue back in campaign to get more customers. That's how the normal business process goes, right? So let's go into lead management process. So you have created leads, you have done the campaign, and you have created the leads. As I mentioned, I'm going to do like a story, right? So where I will touch the technical part also, and as I will touch the business point also, because the business understanding of this is required for any developers to develop something without failing, right? And these are more into the point and click management things. So if you understand the concept, you will be good and you know how to do it, right? So in the lead management process, the first thing is capturing the lead. So as I mentioned, you can do a email to lead. So when you are sending some marketing email to the customer, if they are responding, or when your customer is query on your product, right? So you can have something in your third party website or social media, whatever the things. So the way the customer feeling, you are getting an email. So you can set in Salesforce email to lead. So whatever the email getting into the system, you can generate the leads out of that automatically without doing any additional work. If you configure email to lead, you can generate leads automatically from the email. Similarly, web to lead. So your customer have the third party website. So what you can do, you can embed some HTML script which will be generated from the Salesforce to capture the leads from website. So when you append that script in your website, third party website, so when the customer is filling, the leads will be automatically created. So that's called web to lead, right? Otherwise, you can manually create lead. Your agents, your staff can manually create lead, or you can load the leads data, right? So there are multiple ways to capture the leads. So leads are the possible customers. That's just creating the record. What we mean by capturing the lead is creating the leads records. Lead is the object, standard object, right? So score and prioritize leads, that is kind of optional stage. So when you capture leads, so like let's say you captured 100 possible customers. So not all the 100 possible customers going to be your customer, right? If you know the score, or if you have a way to prioritize lead, you can do it. So when you are prioritizing lead, you can assign to the specific sales reps or specific group of sales reps who are working for your company to focusing on the prioritized list first before starting with others. But if you don't know or don't have a score to do any categorization or prioritizing leads, then you can leave at this and we can make this as a optional steps, right? So if you are not prioritizing the lead, all the leads will be treated equally. Anyway, that is a manual process. So you can assign lead to the appropriate sales rep, or you can assign them to the any of the internal staff who's over going to handle that and work on it. Assigning means you can change the owner of the lead to the particular sales rep. That means the lead is now owned by that particular sales rep, so they can work on it. That's how the lead assignment happening, right? So the fourth part is very important. That is a must step in the lead management process: convert qualified lead. So what you mean by qualified lead? So when you create a lead, you have set of fields to be filled, right? So let's say you are doing a campaign, there are some customers coming and they are not giving the actual email address to you. They are giving a fake email address, fake phone number, or it's a wrong data, so email address is wrong. So those are not a qualified lead because you have no way to contact that particular customer, and you cannot do any business further with them because you lost them, right? Otherwise, as I mentioned, let's say you are doing a campaign for a product which is useful for only for kids, and but you are in the campaign your staff captured all the informations about the parents who doesn't have kids also, or just married couples, or they are not going to be useful near future for you. So you can make your own strategy to decide who are the qualified leads, who are the not qualified leads. So you, as a business, you can decide the qualification category, how we are going to make qualified lead or how we are going to discard the leads. As a developers, when you are doing a system for the sales cloud, you need to ask those questions to your client. Okay, what are the channels you want to capture the leads? Are you going to go with the marketing studio, or you just start from the Salesforce? Okay, so you captured the leads. Okay, now what are the informations you want from your possible customers, from your leads? So that's you need to capture, and how you're going to prioritize that you need to capture, and how you are going to qualify leads. So these are the requirement gathering session for any sales cloud project if they are involving in campaigns, leads management and all, right? So as a developers or as a requirement business analyst, you have to gather all these requirement, right? Now we have to convert. So converting lead, we are going to see in detail. So after converting the lead, so when you are converting the leads means what? So your possible customers, whatever the qualified leads, you are going to make a prospect, a possible customer in the system. So how? So there's a convert button in the lead. So once you click on, it will be creating account, contact, and optional opportunity, right? So when there's a lead, your possible customer, so you are click on the convert button. So you feel like they are like qualified lead. So you are clicking on the convert button. So the particular customer's personal information is going to be in contact. The particular customers, if any business information organization, if they are part of any of the organization and attended the campaign, so you will have to create the account for that organization. Or if the company, if your system is using only person account, then you don't need to have the account and contact. That will be only person account creation, right? Why the opportunity is optional here, right? So the opportunity, so the moment the lead is your possible customer, it's created and you are going to convert, and is there any opportunity, immediate opportunity from that? So as I mentioned, the product is for kids, right? So the couples who has kids, they are going to be an immediate business opportunity for you, right? So you can create the opportunity. So if there are any couples comes or just married people come, they are not going to be immediate opportunity for you. So you can only create account and contact and keep them. Maybe you can schedule a timeline to check with them back. So in that case, that's going to be optional. So you are skipping the opportunity creation, and you are just creating account and contact and keep them as your possible customer in future. Again, this decision has to be made by your business, right? This decision also has to be made by your business. Okay. So the account, contact, and opportunity. So the lead is converted. So after the lead is converted, we can have optional steps. We can categorize that they are not ready to sell immediately, right? Even though you are creating opportunity, let's say your organization has only 10 sales reps, and with your campaign you have identified 100 leads. So in that case, what you have to do, you can, in the first step, when you are prioritizing leads, let's say you prioritize 50 leads, Again, after the lead is qualified and after you converted, if they have 20 leads, so if one person can deal with one lead at a time, then you have to again and identify what are the leads ready for immediate sale, and you can prioritize that. Again, after reaching the leads, if you identify, okay, they are not ready for sale, then you can mark it not sales ready. After doing everything, you can evaluate the lead management process. So what is mean by lead management process? So capture lead. So you captured 100 leads and you generated only 10 opportunities. So that means you can see like 10% only your lead management process is efficient. And you can see what are the ways we can improve that and what went wrong. Those kind of analysis you can do as part of a management process, as part of evaluation process, right? This is the lead management. So as I mentioned, at this level you just need know what is lead and what is the next step, right? No need to worry about much detail. But as for the knowledge to have as a developers in industry, so you need to have the clear understanding why we are doing. Without knowing why we are doing, we should not do anything, right? So why we are joining to this session, without knowing that, you should not join to the session, right? So likewise, you have to know why we are doing, and then only you have to process. So this is the lead process. Right. So if you look at the next step of the sales process is opportunity, right? So now we created the campaign, right? We have done through a campaign and we gathered some members, we collected the leads, and we identified the qualified leads and we converted the qualified lead. And when we are converting, we identified what are the leads can have the immediate opportunity, and we created the leads in the lead conversion, we created the opportunity, contact, and account, right? So now what we have to do. So the opportunity is created. Opportunity with the name itself, it's a possible business, right? So the lead is a possible customer, so opportunity is a possible business. So what you can do is we created opportunity, right? Either when you are converting the lead with opportunity, you can create opportunity, or you can create manually. So as I mentioned before, so when the customer is not ready for the immediate opportunity, we are just saving their contact and business account, the contact and account record. We are not creating any opportunity record there, right? So after some time, you are checking with the customers, yes, they are ready for the opportunity. So you can manually create opportunity and you can choose the particular account and contact, right? So when you are creating a new opportunity, you have two options. You can choose the existing contact and account, or else you can create new contact and account. That's where we might have studied when we studied the process automation, duplicate rules comes to play. So we enable duplicate rules to identify whether this lead is already exists, this customer is already exists, the contact is already exists, this business is already exists. For the same contact or same account having multiple records, it's like a burden for you to handle, because you don't know who is the actual customer when you have multiple records. So in order to avoid that, you need to understand how to handle the duplicate, and you can set it as a rule and capture the duplicate and keep only one account and one account for the business and one contact for a person, right? So once you're done, when you are creating a new opportunity, you can just choose the existing opportunity if the contact is already there, or else you can create the contact and account. That's based on the requirement. Let's say somebody is hearing about you from their friends and reaching you, that's going to be a new contact and new account, right? The detail might not be in the system, right? So that's how the opportunity, we are going to create the opportunity. So when we are converting the lead, again, we can check whether if existing account and existing contact is there, don't create, just associate. If there's no existing contact and existing account, only create. So that's handled by the lead conversion, right? Now we're done with the campaign. We created the lead. Now we converted the lead and we are creating opportunity now, right? So don't forget the process. It's like a story, right? So now we created the opportunity, the possible deal, right? So if you look at the opportunity stages, you can create your different stages. That's totally fine. So the normal stages: prospecting, proposal, negotiation, closed won, closed lost. So closed lost, you can see that when the opportunity is not successful, when the business is not successful, we mark the opportunity closed lost. When it's successful, we mark it closed won. When it's negotiation, it's kind of like it can be won, it can be lost. When it's proposal, you are just making some documentation and all. When it's prospecting, it's like we have to reach the customer and see it's working or not, it will work or not. Right. So another feature in the opportunity you must know. So if you look at the opportunity record screenshot, so you can see, you can have the account and you can have the lead source, if any. You can have the stage, you can have the next step, you can have the close date, and you can have the campaign source, if any. So out of that, only name and stage close date are important, right? I mean, required field. Others are optional. So if you have reached this opportunity from any of the campaign, you can have the campaign record here in order to understand. So the success of the campaign will be measured, the number of opportunities created from the campaign and the number of leads created likewise, right? So that's why we are maintaining the data connected to each other, right? So another important thing about the opportunity are the contact roles, right? When there's an opportunity, let's say Get Cloudy is a account where we are going to try this opportunity, right? So we are going to get 50 custom sneakers. We are going to sell for the this particular account. So we have the contact role. So let's say we have two people working for that company, and we can have the role for. Why we need to have the contact role? So we need to know to whom I need to contact for this business in order to talk about this deal, and what are the role of that person. Then only we can talk. So the way we are talking to the decision maker, the way we are talking for the technical buyer is going to be different, right? So that's why we are capturing all this information, right? In order to do all the things, you don't need to do a code development. It's all point and click, right? So when your manager is asking, hey, have you talked with this customer, then you can go and see the customer contact role and you can call and talk, right? Likewise, in order to do that, you need to have all the information about this opportunity within the same record or related to the record, right? So now the opportunity. So we have some special feature called opportunity team. So here you should not get confused with the contact role and opportunity team. Contact role and opportunity team are two different things, right? Contact role are the contact point you wanted to do with this business. Opportunity team, the internal users who are going to handle that opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity handled by one person, sometimes we need multiple person has to deal with this opportunity. Let's say you have 10 sales rep, out of that 2 going to handle this. One is sales manager, one is account manager. So you are adding them as an opportunity team. So you might remember the account also has the account team. When group of people working together, we have the team, right? So account team. So if account is going to serve your customers, right? So the contact point, who in the company has the contact point. So if you look at the company has like 20,000, 30,000 employees. So let's say they are serving for like 1,000 clients, right? It's impossible for us to remember who is handling which client. So if the 10,000 clients are your account, you will have in your organization, who are the accounting, who are the people handling this client. who are the contact point for this client within our company. They know the contact point for that particular business, and that is stored in contact role. Contact role is saying who are the people we need to contact within that our business or our customers organization. Account team is telling who are the people internally handling this account. Right, those are two different things, and these are very important things. The questions might be confusing to you, not only for your exam, even for understanding something. The sales cloud area, when there's a proposal come or when we need to design something, I see lots of people struggling and running here and there to learn these things at that point of time. So don't do that mistakes. As a beginners, go in a clear understanding of each and every cloud, and you have enough time to learn. Then only your future you will be a strong Salesforce professional where others can get advice from you. So don't be a developer you are depending on others to get the advice all the time, right? So opportunity team. So opportunity team also something like that account team. So who are the people going to handle this opportunity, right? In some of the sales cloud, not some, most of the sales cloud organization, when the opportunity is success, the percentage wise deal will be shared, right? So likewise, either that will be shared as the bonus or some incentives, or it will be shared as the experience or some service. It will be contributing for their promotions or not. So likewise, how much percentage each and every people involving in that. Either you can use this opportunity split in based on your organization's requirement, right? As a developers, anyway, you are just going to configure only. So you can get the requirement and you can configure the opportunity split, who is holding which percentage of responsibilities or who is going to get which percentage of output, right? That is something called opportunity team. Since they are learning about lots of stuff, I will having a recap again, no worries, right? Next thing is opportunity path. So all of you might aware of the Kanban view. So you have a list view in your Salesforce. So when you can have a list view as a table view, or if you select the Kanban view, you can sort this. So the opportunities, normally we use Kanban view. So we can see the amount which we are holding in each and every view. So let's say according to this example, the clause 1 is 18 opportunities clause 1. So we are getting the value. So you can see $395,000 in negotiation. So as a manager or as a segment head, what I can do, I will come and see, like, see, this much amount is still pending. Who is working on it? Who can, why this is blocked? Likewise, we can raise the question and we can push the things, right? So when it giving the summary, like this much amount is blocked here, right? So these kind of things we are configuring anyway. This is useful for the decision makers or the managers to understand what we have to do and where the money goes. So when it comes to sales cloud, the fiscal year, so when we have a financial year, we are expecting this much deals should be closed within that financial year. So we are calculating the revenue for that financial year. So when we are showing, so we cannot show the negotiation, need analysis, value proposition ones in the as a revenue. Closed one only we can show as the revenue, right? So in that case, what we can do is, so by giving this kind of opportunity path and this campaign view, so the managers, decision makers can decide, okay, this much amount is there. So if we push this, so if we can close this out before the financial year, then we can get it to the revenue. So likewise, the decision makers can work on it. For us, the developers is like, okay, we will create the campaign view or list view. Both of them are the list view, no? So they can use it. We will think in that way. But in terms of when you are developing something, you should think why we are developing, how this is going to benefit or save the time of the user, right? So when it comes to that, you can suggest, okay, campaign view is better for the opportunity to understand what need to be done, right? So likewise, opportunity path can be configured to support the user. Okay, before going to product, I'm have to say again the path, not in detail. So we have account and contact. Account has person account, business account, and we can have the relationship. So we do campaign to get the leads or the possible customers, and the campaign will have the campaign member, which is a junction object between the contact and the campaign. So it will connect the contact, and from the campaign we are generating leads. From the leads we are converting the leads and qualifying the leads, and when we are qualifying the leads we are creating the opportunity. So the opportunity can have the contact role, opportunity team, and we have to do with the stage, and we have to work on the we can use the opportunity team, account team, and the opportunity path will give the summarized view. So we can do the campaign view to have a look and understand the opportunity, right? So far, any questions up to that level before going to product?
Hello.
Yeah.
Brenda, I have one question regarding contact roles. Can you explain it once?
Okay. So let's say we are working for Yarl Salesforce Ohana, right? So Yarl Salesforce Ohana is a organization. So we have that organization, and we are having the opportunity. For you you are having an environment, and you are creating Yarl Salesforce Ohana as a business account, right? So in your organization, Yarl Salesforce Ohana is the business account. And when you are seeing that business account, you want to know to whom you want to contact to do something with the Salesforce Ohana, right? So those are the people will be contact role. So either these people are working for Salesforce Ohana, or these are the people can have the connection with the Salesforce Ohana to get anything required for you, get it done, right? A business, you are having the business means you are having an environment, so you have some customers. So if I make it more simple, okay, you are the agent who are delivering the SIM card, right? So you have Dialog, Mobitel, Airtel. Those are your business customers. So you are having business account for Dialog, Mobitel, Airtel. And when you want to get like 10 SIMs from the Dialog, so what you have to do, you need to contact someone from Dialog. So that will be the contact role, right? Or you are telling the routers, you are selling the routers to the telecommunication agents. So your customers will be Dialog, Mobitel, Airtel. So if you want to sell like 100 routers, if you wanted to talk to Dialog, then to whom you want to contact will be the contact role there.
Got it. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Lead conversion. Yeah. Let me go there. Okay. Yeah. So lead are the possible customers, as I mentioned. So lead will have the information. Let's say you are going to you attended a campaign to get something. So let's say 10 sports shoes you are going to buy. You attended the campaign, right? So for the company like selling shoes, they will add you at the lead, right? So what are the information you are providing at the campaign? So you might have inquiry about the different colors, different things and all, right? So what all the information the campaign who had the campaign, or who are the business who are selling the business shoes, they will add you. So they will get your information, your name, email address, your address, contact number. And if you are representing any of the businesses, if you are from any other company, they will get your company information. and all the things, and what are the things you showed interest. So you showed interest for some specific type of sneakers, so then that they put it, they mentioned that also in the lead record. So lead is a standard object which already has the fields to fill the information about the contact and account and some extra fields. If you want to create new fields for you, which you need to have information, then you can create. So they captured your interest and all in lead object, right? So let's say once the campaign done, you are selected as a qualified lead. So based on your interest and all, they marked it, okay, this is a possible lead, so let's qualify and let's make it as an opportunity. So they click on the lead conversion. So when they click on the convert button on the lead object, they are going to create, it's automatically, they are going to create a contact record. So we can create the mapping from the lead to contact. What are the fields? So let's say your first name, last name, that's going to be in your contact, first name, last name. That's why it's automatic mapping will be there. You can verify the mapping and you can choose if you have a different field from this information should go to the contact record, this field. Likewise, right? So your contact related, your personal informations from that particular one lead record will go to the contact record. It's already created, right? So the contact is going to be created with the information from the lead record, which is matching with the contact, which is already mapped with the contact record. So the first name, last name, email, phone number, those kind, address, those kind of information. And if you have attached, if you are attached to any of the business, and if your the lead record is having this business information, that will be going to the account record. So if they are creating account record, they will fill those information in the account record, right? The opportunity. So what are the things you are looking for, and what is the deal, what is the deal of this, what is the amount of this deal, and those kind of information we can fill it in opportunity, right? Those just we are doing mapping, and on your single button click, Salesforce is doing all this conversion. Let's say you already purchased some shoes from them before, and now again you are interested in different product, right? In that case, the moment we click on the convert lead button, the system will identify, see, there's already a contact. So can I merge this lead to that contact? Then you say, yes, the contact now need to be created. So that this is already there. And let's say you are working for a company, that company information already stored in the Salesforce. Then, okay, this is matching with this. So rather than creating the duplicate, let's keep that account for this opportunity, right? The opportunity will be having the account and contact, which is received by the lead conversion, right? One second. Yeah, so that is the lead conversion process. Anyway, after this PPT, I'll get into the system and I'll show you. Any other questions anybody having? Yeah. So let's move into the products, right? So why I had a pause is like this kind of things, you need to focus fully. So that's what I wanted to clear the doubts from the previous things before going to product, right? So the product is the object in Salesforce where you can store your product details. So the product can be the items you are selling, right? It can be a shoe, it can be a food, so it can be anything, any product, right? Any product which is any products which the company is telling. That's the product, right? So if you look at the screen, we have two more objects here: price book entry. So when you have a product, right? When you have a product, you need to have the price of it. Normally in Salesforce, we don't store the price of the product in the product itself, right? Why? The product, like product is the product, but the price can change to the customers to customer. You can have the premium customers, you can have the normal customer, you can have the customer from different geographic area, you need to sell in different currency. So there are multiple reasons you are not going to sell the product with the same price for everyone, right? And also the price book. So if you look at even in your local shops also, right, you can have, if you are asking, they will give for different price. If someone else asking, they might give for different price. That is also possible, right? So the price book, so the price for a product might vary for the customers due to the different reason, right? So when you create a product, you need to create the price book. So we already have a standard price book. So if we have a standard price book that we can identify is the standard price book or custom price book using a standard price book checkbox, right? So for the standard one, that's true, and others you can have any number of price books. You can create it and you can keep it active, right? So we normally don't prefer to have multiple price book unless it's necessary. Otherwise, every time whenever you are creating, it might pop up, or you have to do some process to stamp the price book for the opportunity and all. I'll come to that point later, right? So first of all, let's understand the relationship between these objects. So product, price book. So whenever you have a product, let's say you have a shoe, sports shoe one, and you are having the price book, so you will add it to the standard price book. So this much, like 5,400. Okay, you saw. And you feel like you are importing the shoes to the different companies. For if you are selling for Europe company, you are going to have a different currency and different value. So well, don't go for abroad. Let's say you are in Colombo, so you are selling the you are having a good customer, the premium customer in Gambaha, so you are selling for the different rate, and others you are selling for the different rate. So you need two price books, right? So standard price book, you can keep it for yourself. What is the actual price, what is the minimum price you can sell, that's up to you. So how you are going to use the standard price book, how we are going to use the custom price book, it's up to the business totally, right? So we are having a standard price book entry. We must have the standard price book entry if you are going to add this product for any other places. So this is going to be your exam questions. So the ABC added the products to the product, but it is not visible on the opportunity to add. Why? What is the reason? Then you have to check for the price book. Price book entry is there for the standard price book at least, right? Let's say we have product shoe and you create a standard price book entry, and you need to have custom price book. So you are creating premium customer price book, standard customer price book, new customer price book. Let's say 3 price books, right? So you created 3 price book and you included price for the product. You can have the different price for the product that will be going to be in price book entry object. So that's junction object, right? You have created price books and you have created products, and you are creating records in price book entry where you are connecting the product with the price book, right? So you can have the different value. That's not an issue. So that's not going to be visible for your customers, right? So how this is going to get handled, I'll explain when we are adding the product to the opportunity, right? So now we are going to add the products to the opportunity. So when it comes to product option, you have to understand something. Product object is the product object, so that will have the records, right? So when you are creating opportunity, quote, order, so multiple things, you are going to have the relationship between the particular object and product object. You are not going to clone, or you are not going to create the products again and again. Let's say you have a shoe and you are creating the opportunity, and you are adding the shoe to the opportunity. That means you are creating a junction object which is called opportunity product, which will relate the product and the opportunity. You are not going to clone or repeat the same product again and again, right? When you are adding the same product for the different opportunity, it will create another opportunity product record, and it will have the product remains same. So the whatever the changes you are doing, the quantity, that this everything will be on the opportunity product record. So the same thing will goes to the quote, the same thing will go to the order. You are going to add the product to the order means you are creating a order product records, right? In opportunity and product, opportunity product, order and product, order product, quote and product, quote line item, right? That's how it's going to work. So if you look at the screen, we are going to opportunity and we are clicking on the add product option, and it's like prompting us to choose the price book, right? Which price book you are going to use for this opportunity. So as I mentioned, you have a product and you are having multiple price values for different price book as a price book entry, right? So you can choose for this customer which price book I'm going to use. If you choose the first, let's say they are choosing West Coast Manufacturing. If they choose that price book, so all the product they are adding to that opportunity, whatever the price amount mentioned in this particular price book only will appear here. So the customer B who is going to choose the different price book, they will have the different price. But if you choose a price book, the products added to the particular price book only, you can see as an option to add as a product, and you can get the price only from that price book, right? So when you're adding price book, you can add only one price book. You can add multiple products, but only one price book, right? Let's say the particular product ABC, it's not added in Westcott Manufacturing price book. That means when you click on the add products button, the product will not be visible. If it is added to the standard price book, and if it is added to the price book you are choosing in the particular opportunity, then only we will have. Sometimes if you are using only one custom price book, which is for all the opportunity, or let's say you have 4 price books and you know how to add that price book to the opportunity, you have a defined logic, then you can automate this with a trigger or process automation tools. You can see when the opportunity is created, if this condition is this, assign this price book. So you don't need to add the price book manually, it's automatically added. So you can just go ahead and add the product and go. That's also possible. That is again the customer's requirement. So what you are going to understand from here, you can associate product to the opportunity as the opportunity product, and you can have multiple price for a single product by having multiple price book, and you can add the price book to the opportunity. So you can have different price for the product for the different customers. That's what you are going to understand at this level. If you are interested, after completing your admin exam, you can do Sales Cloud exam. That time you will go more deeper, right? So opportunity product. So this is opportunity object. So we have opportunity and we have product, we have price book, and we have price book entry, and we can add the products to the opportunity, and we can choose the price book and go ahead. So that is how we are going to deal with the product. Any question on the product and related? Okay, so now let's move into quote, right? So quote, you might heard, or it might be new to you. So quotes, if you are going to use the quotes, you have to enable the quote in the organization, and you can even generate the PDF of quote. Quote is what, when you are having an opportunity, you can have you can generate the price list, or so when you are asking specification estimation when you are buying something, like let's say you are going to buy a laptop, to donate to your school. You are getting quotation from multiple companies and sharing, right? Similarly, if your customer is asking for quote, you can create a quote option, and just with a few clicks you can create a PDF document to send it, right? So that's how we can use quote. So in the quote, the interesting thing with the quote and opportunity is, for one opportunity you can have multiple quotes, right? Let's say you can see here, this is opportunity, so quote is a related list. You can create multiple quotes per opportunity. So the quoting part, so after opportunity, the quoting, quote template, ordering, everything it's handled by the separate area in Salesforce. We have a special feature. We have the standard process also, as well as we have something special called CPQ. That is an add-on package. So that's handle this quoting part, order management part in a more detailed manner in deep, and that do have a specific certification exam, right? So don't try to understand everything up to that level. So I'm going to give the brief introduction. So up to that level understanding, it's enough. So after doing your admin exam, if you're interested, you can do your CPQ sales cloud exam, then you can do the CPQ exam. That time you can learn more, right? So in quote opportunity, we can create quote, right? One opportunity can have multiple quote. Let's say for the particular opportunity you are creating 10 quotes with different discount, different things, something like that, right? So you create it, but you can have only one quote is a finalized one, right? You can have multiple quote created, but you have to have only one quote is a finalized one with the opportunity. So what we have to do is, we have a button called sync in the quote object. So we can mark it, we can click it, so we know which opportunity, which quote this opportunity in sync. So they can have 10 quotes, only one will be the primary, like just having more girlfriend and one primary girlfriend, right? So we know who, only the primary girlfriend will be in sync, right? So the opportunity and quote, so we have a sync button. So the moment we click on the sync button, the particular quote will be in sync with the opportunity. So what is the benefit of being in sync? So if we are changing any of the product information, so the moment the quote is singing with opportunity, the opportunity product, opportunity items and quote line items will be in sync. Let's say your opportunity have 10 products added to be purchased, and you are singing a particular quote, that exact 10 product will be in that particular primary quote object with the same value. If you are updating, it will uh, update in other object also, right? So the moment you are unsinging the opportunity and unsinging the particular chord, and let's say you have chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, and you are singing the chord 1 with the opportunity, so the chord 1's informations will be transferred to opportunity. And the moment you unsing and you are singing the chord 2, then the opportunity products will be get updated from the chord line items. So literally whatever the chord in sync with opportunity, that will have the similar information, right? So you can generate chord document from that particular chord, right? So that is the interesting. I'll show the chord and singing thing in the system for more clarity. So only thing you have to understand, chord will be related to the opportunity. We can have multiple chords, only one chord will be in sync with opportunity at the time, right? So the chord template, so in the chord object we have the create PDF button. So you can have a template, so you can have your own template. You can create the chord template based on your customer's requirement, and it will like have the merge fields, right? Just like you are creating email template, you can create the quote template. So you will have some static information as well as the product and the quote related information. You can keep it dynamic. The moment you click on the button, the document will be generated with that information, static and the dynamic contents. Right. Now, okay. So the products. So product, if the product is associated with opportunity, it will call opportunity product. If the product is associated with order, it will call order product. If the product is associated with the quote, it will call as quote line item. Right. So we can add product to the opportunity and price book to the opportunity, and we can enable the quote. We can add the quote to the opportunity. Right. When we are singing the opportunity and quote, the opportunity product, opportunity quote line items will be values will be copied to opportunity line items or opportunity products. Right. And we can create the quote template, which is the PDF version to give it to your customer with a static and dynamic value. So as a last slide, we are going to see the sales process. Then we are going to jump into the org, and we are going to move here and there. Right. Any questions on the quad thing before moving?
Brenda,
Yeah, Milan.
I remember that when we are selecting that price books, sometimes some products are not visible. Like you said, this kind of MCQ questions might
Yes.
have come up in your exam. So actually, I didn't get that whole part.
Okay. So when you create a product, let's say you create a product, red color shoe, right? And you have two price book in your environment. So one is standard price book, and you created one more updated price book, right? Likewise. So what's happens, like you have to have the price book entry for the particular product and both the price book. Let's say you are creating a new product, orange shoe, right, which is not included in any of the price book. So you can't add that product for any of the opportunity, because if there's no price book entry, the system will not allow you to add that product to any of the opportunity. The product won't be visible in the product list, right? That is the first thing. So let's say in the orange shoe, you added only to the standard price book. You didn't add it to the updated price book. That's a new price book you created. And in your opportunity, you have chose that updated price book as the price book for that particular opportunity. So that orange shoe price book entry is not there as part of updated price book. So again, that product will not be visible for that opportunity. So that is the Salesforce. Salesforce is controlling. Without adding to the price book, you can't use a product.
No, it's clear. Brenda. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, let's go to the sales process, right? So the sales process, here I have mentioned the opportunity stages, right? So you can create any of the stages you like. So you can look at the screen. You have prospecting, qualification, need analysis, proposal, negotiation, closed one, closed, lost. So they have some value, percentage value. So what that mean? So prospecting mean they are giving 10%. So we can give our own percentage. That means this opportunity has only 10% probability to be a successful opportunity. Because the prospective stage, we are going to reach the customer and get the information and all. So we can have only 10% confidence. So when you are calculating your revenue, so based on this percentage also, you can see whether the possibility of increasing the revenues there or not. If but one opportunity is in negotiation stage and another opportunity in prospective stage, obviously you will be focusing on negotiation stage, and that has 90% probability of being success. So these things we have to do for the client internal reference, right? So the client normally, obviously when we are creating a system for a client, it doesn't mean it has to serve to the client's customer. It has to serve something for them also, right? So the sales cloud mostly created for the customer sales reps as well as the client's internal analysis and decision making process. To be easy only, we have sales cloud. The marketing cloud doing the marketing part, and all sales cloud mostly focusing on storing and facilitating the sales process. That means we have to have this kind of calculation score and all, right? So we can make this percentage. So we can see in our company we don't have this much thing. We have only prospecting, negotiation, clause 1, clause list only. So we can give the 25% for the prospecting, or we can reduce, or we can even keep 0%. So that's up to us, right? Don't worry about what are the matrices we are going to calculate and what we are going to do and all. So when we are doing, as I mentioned, there's one exam called Sales Cloud Consultant. So that exam time you can study everything in deep. So at this level you should understand the values and the percentage has a meaning. There's without any meaning or anything, they are not doing anything. So the values and the percentage has some meaning, and you can have the sales path, sales process as the as a path. You can add it to your object, right? So that's what you need to understand, the sales process, and you can add the sales process and all. So I have listed all the trailhead modules related to this area in the tracker. So you need to study everything. So this is going to be your last admin session, as we mentioned. So you need to complete the things, and we will have evaluation. We will let you know the dates and all. Now I'm going to move to the system and show whatever we studied so far. And if you have any questions, still you can ask, right? Right, now I hope you all can see my screen. So you can see accounts. So we have accounts, and the accounts will have opportunities, right? So the opportunities, from the opportunity amount, so far you might not worried about this amount, so you just create the things and go ahead with that. So you can have the revenue from here, and those informations we can have some custom fields and formula fields, and we can update lots of things we can do. So the account is a business account. We will have the account information there. So we can have the contacts associated with this account, opportunities associated with this account, everything you can have it. And contacts are the contacts to store the personal details, right? um, and we can have it relate to the account, attached to the account. if you can see the campaign history. If the contact is part of any of the campaign, that will be stored here, from which campaign this contact we created. If it is not, also we can import the contact in multiple ways. So we can have, so the purpose of having the data is like to understand everything, right? So the purpose of Salesforce page layout and record page is understanding maximum points in one screen, right? So you can modify our page layout like according to that, and we can have any opportunities the contact is associated to, right? 1 second. Yeah, then again we can go to opportunity. Right, you can see the opportunity when you have lots of values, it will be like this. So we can manage that. So you can have the opportunity and the amount, the expected revenue we can have. We can have the close date. So, and we can have the lots of information, custom information. You are allowed to create the custom informations, and you can record all the informations, right? Sales cloud and marketing cloud, the information is the valuable thing, right? So what are the products associated with this opportunity? We can have the contact roles. So if you are creating the contact role, so we have one contact associated with that particular account, right? So I can select and I can give a role. So the roles also we can define. So we can define the roles as per our need, and we can add, right? So he will be the contact. So when I try to add the contact role, you can see the contacts associated with this particular account displayed here. So because the contact role to whom we are going to contact for this particular business, right? So there are lots of things. Yeah. And apart from, likewise, you can do it. First of all, we'll go to the products and come back. So, okay, I didn't show the campaign to you. So in your personal log, you will have some sample. These are the sample data in the personal log. The same thing you will be having. So we can have the campaign, right? So you can see some score here. So once the campaign done, we can generate the score. One opportunities in the campaign. So when you are keeping the things associated, the opportunities, as I mentioned, you can have the campaign detail in opportunity optional. So when you are merging, you can see the opportunity, you can generate these things. What are the value generated and all, right? So, and again, the campaign hierarchy, we can have hierarchy means is if we have a campaign, series of campaigns, right? So we are having certification bootcamp and we are having multiple sessions. So this session also part of certification bootcamp. So that's why that will be the hierarchical thing, right? So you can have the hierarchy. So as part of campaign members, you can add leads or you can add contacts. So anything you can use. So if you add leads, then that will be automatically created at leads. So we can do the conversion and stuff. If you're adding as a contact, then we can check on them, and we can see whether they can be a lead or no point of making them lead. They are not going to buy. They are just they just came and see only. So those kind of things we can decide, right? So again, when you do the campaign, you don't need to add the things manually. So you can import the things, right? So that's information, that's things we can do it in the campaign. The campaign itself, you can create the opportunity in Salesforce, you know, that cross object creation and all, it's all possible. Let's go in order. So we have the campaign. So then we have leads. Right, let's say this is a lead. So if you look at the lead, so you can have the name information, company information, what is the title of him, an email, website, and all the rating, annual revenue, and what are the custom information you want, you can. So if the lead is came from the campaign, if you create, when you have a campaign, if you add the lead, so let's go to this campaign. I'm going to add a lead here. right? So this one I added, right? So I'm keeping the member status. So I'm going here and okay, let me open her from here, right? She got the campaign history. We identified her from this particular campaign, right? So that is something, and we have the details, right? So we can enable the duplicate for the leads because we don't want it to have multiple records, unwanted records in our environment. So we can have it like that. So we have multiple we normally avoid. Some of the companies they wanted to have, so if they wanted to have, they can keep it open. So in the activities, you can reach the lead from the email or call. If you have a call, then you can see, so I call her here, and we can add the comment and save. So when we are tracking these leads, we can get all the informations, whatever the activities we done around these leads, we can have it here. So if you send an email here, it will be attached. If we can create an event, let's say we had a demo with them, so we can have the demo, or we wanted to have the demo, so we can create an event, and we can attend assign to our internal sales rep, so you all have to be there. Likewise, you can do all the things in the lead object, right? So I clicked on convert this lead. So you can see we have two options: create new or choose existing. If we choose existing, we have to search um, if the account is already there, it will be visible here. Since there's no account already, I'm going to create. So again, in order to choose existing, I can check, right? The contact is not there, so I can say, see, the contact is not there, so I can create new, right? So opportunity, you wanted to create new, or I can click don't create opportunity upon conversion, or if there's any existing opportunity there, we can mark it, right? And the converted status, I can mark it convert. So see, the lead is converted. We have created one account, one contact, and one opportunity automatically. So let me go to this opportunity. We can see the contact role already there because she is the primary contact for this business. Account is associated. And stage, actually prospecting, I gave 10%, but we didn't give the amount. So there's no amount. So it's already created. And yeah, the campaign source we can see, because we add the particular member, a boxer, the particular member to the campaign, and when we are creating from there the campaign detail automatic. I didn't do anything, I just click and went only, right? Didn't do any process or anything, right? So this is done. So now what I can do, I can add some products. Okay, before that we are going to see about product, then we will come back and add it, right? So let me go to the product. Okay. Right. These are the products. Let's say this is one product. So we kept it active, right? And I have added to there's a standard price book. Okay. So this is the product I have added to the price book. right? I gave standard. Which one is the standard? Let's check it. This is not the standard actually, this is custom. So let me rename it. Right. So now let's back to this product. Oh. Right. So it has two price books. One is standard and one is upgraded. I can have the different value and I can add more price book with different price. Right. So if I want, I can create the price books and I can add the values. So we can see here, this is active, right? So we have to, we are adding the product to the price book means we are creating the price book entry. So when you choose something, since all the products are added, let me remove one thing, right? This one, right? Now when I want to add it, so I can add it. So I can give a different price. Next. Okay, so I can give different price. I can say. So if we go to that product, for the standard price book, we have $1 lakh and upgraded one, we have $2 lakh, right? So now what we do, we'll go to this opportunity and add this product. This one, right? So if you look at that opportunity before adding, the price book field is not added. Yeah. So here I'm searching for the price book. I'm choosing upgraded. Right. So I'm going to add the product. Right. So I'm giving the quantity. So this particular opportunity has the product, this one, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a cart. Okay. So cart related list again is removed. So I'm going to add it. Okay, I didn't enable the carts. So So I'm enabling the codes in this org. Okay, so which are the page layout I need to add the code object? I'm just giving. So now enabled. So you can see the code. See, the code is there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a code. Right, let's say test code, right? And the moment I created the code, everything is auto-populated, right? So I had to give the status only. I'm just creating it. Right. Then again, I'm going back to the opportunity and creating another code. Right. Let's say I'm giving 10, not $10, $1,000 tax. So my opportunity is having now two codes, right? Test Q and Q2. I have opportunity product. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it sync. So as I mentioned, we can have multiple code. We can sync one, right? So start sync, right? Okay. So if you continue, you will replace all the opportunity product with the quote line items, right? So after quote is synced, opportunity product and quote line items updated automatically, right? Since I created this code after the product added to the opportunity, so the moment I created the code, I didn't add the line item here, right? So I just created the code, the line item is automatically added from the opportunity, right? So now what we will do, we will do some change. So here I gave the quantity 10, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to edit it. Let's say I'm giving quantity 100, right? But still I'm not singing it. So this is not marked. So this opportunity does not have, it still have the quantity 10, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to test code, which I have updated quantity 100. I'm going to start sync. Right, so we can see it syncing, right? Now let's go to this opportunity. See, the product quantity is updated to 100, right? So that's how it will change. So now let's see, we have this opportunity and I'm going to make, okay, I need to refresh it. Yeah. So this is only singing. So I'm going to make this one sync code. So what I do, start syncing. So see, test queue is already synced with the opportunity, and opportunity can be synced only one call. If you continue, it will sync the Q2, not the queue. So the quantity will be again upgraded, again changed, right? So that's what going to happen. So that's how the relationship work, the sync and all. So let's not do that. Anyway, we didn't make any code template, but it will be using the existing standard template. Okay, my browser is blocking. I have to. So normally we, okay. Okay. Normally we have to create the card template with the static value and dynamic template, then it will represent your value. If you don't have anything, it will just create the list of table and all, a list of table of the cart, table line, cart line items will be in table, and the cart informations will be printed automatically in standard way, and we can do that, right? So that is about cart and product, price books, cart, opportunities. Yeah. Any questions on that? So one more things I want to mention about the chatter. So when we have multiple people working on opportunity, when you have multiple users, you can text someone and ask the questions, and you can talk the way you are communicating in your social media, social network. You can communicate here with the chatter. We can have poll questions and all, and you can have the activities again in the similar to other object. We can have the activities, and whatever the things happens within this opportunity, we can keep everything in one place. That's also possible. Any questions on anything? Right, so we quite did everything. So we have the, just like the sales process, we will have the lead process, and we can have the stages, and we can display everything there. So I have updated the sheet to cover everything, including some of the self-learning, right? If you have any issues, anything, we can talk. So that sums today's session. And after that, for the admin folks, what we are going to have is like Q&A session. We are going to discuss on the questions, how to handle the questions and all. Before that, I expect all of you to complete everything and ping us separately for the evaluation. So if you are completing within next week, so we can have the evaluation on the second week of April. Then we can have the Q&A session, how to face the questions and all. We will be giving some more materials to go through. Then we can have the mock exam, probably end of April, right? So who's over qualifying in a mock exam, we can see how providing the certification vouchers, encouraging you all, and the things, right? So that's the path for admin people. And PD1 folks, next week will be the last session, last knowledge session for you. And after that, again, the same thing. We will have the kind of evaluation one-to-one thing. Then we'll have the Q&A, how to face the questions and all, and access to materials, mock exam. So those who are active, please ping us, and we will be giving. Since few people are not active, we need to work on that, how to resolve that, right? So if you are you have completed the things, just ping us separately, so we will add you all to the Q&A session groups, right? So that's the plan. If nothing else, we can drop off. Thanks all.
Thanks, Brenda.
Yeah.